The mission of Cuyahoga County Domestic Relations Court is to help families restructure their lives by reaching compassionate and just resolutions to parenting and property disputes. There are tools within Domestic Relations Court that can be helpful to you. The first step is to file a civil protection order.
A civil protection order for domestic violence is a court order that tells an abuser to stay away from the victim of domestic violence. A person can file a petition with the Domestic Relations Clerk of Courts to ask for a protection order. Filing this petition is how someone asks the court for protection and keeps the abuser away. The person who files the petition is called the petitioner, and the person the petition is filed against is called the respondent. Once the petition is filed, an ex parte hearing is scheduled.
An ex parte hearing is a hearing where only the petitioner is present and is held the same day as filing. If the judge or magistrate finds cause, an ex parte protection order will be issued. A full hearing will then be set 7 to 10 days after the petition is filed. The temporary ex parte petition will remain in effect until this hearing. At this final hearing, the judge or magistrate will decide whether to put a full civil protection order into effect, which could last as long as 5 years.
Initiating a civil protection order starts by filling out the necessary forms. These forms can be found in person at the Domestic Relations Court, or the forms can be found on the court's website. Be sure to bring the necessary information with you to complete the forms. You will need the name, date of birth, and address of the person you are filing against. And you will need your official identification, such as a driver's license or state ID. Court personnel can help with the procedural process of filing petitions for domestic violence.
The entire process, from completing the forms to the emergency hearing, takes a minimum of 3 hours. There is no cost to file a petition for domestic violence civil protection order.
It is important to have the proper help through this process. There are advocacy services available through the Journey Center for Safety and Healing.
Advocates provide support through the filing process and through the hearings. They can provide safety planning, crisis intervention, and provide access to community resources that may be helpful. The advocates are not court employees.
Additionally, language services are also available simply by informing the court of the language services required. The court provides an interpreter for all hearings, and the Domestic Relations Court is accessible via public transportation. There is also self-pay parking at the Huntington Garage, directly behind the courthouse, or in public lots nearby.
The work of the Cuyahoga County Domestic Relations Court is extremely important, as we are assisting families that are in crisis. And as these families are facing crises, it is our job, it is our mission to assist them as they transition.
We see families from every kind of background. And what we want you to know is that we will treat each family with dignity and respect, that we understand that what you are going through is very hard, and we're here for you, and we want to help you through this process.
Families are going through the worst times when they come to our court. And what we try to do in Domestic Relations Court is to show empathy and compassion and fairness to get you through this very difficult process.
We are all aware of how difficult this process is, and so in this court, I'm proud to say that all 5 of these judges have worked compassionately and effectively, and we really put our heart and souls into doing the best we can for the families of this county.